Okay, so I'm really excited to have a chat with a couple of the girls that have just done my latest Thrive program. We have just come to the conclusion, and I have not done this before, but I have decided to kind of get their experience because I think that before they did the program, I wonder if they realized the outcome or the experience they would gain. So I felt like having some of the girls share their experience might be helpful for anyone that is like considering like joining the next round, or maybe you're in that spot where you're actually not feeling your best. Maybe you've got to get, rid of some belly fat, or maybe you're experiencing menopause symptoms, or maybe you're just feeling stuck or frustrated, or, you know, like surely there's more to life than this. And if you're feeling like that, then hearing from the girls, you might be able to see if this is like something that aligns with you. So I thought hearing their versions, and to be quite honest, I don't even know how they came about the program myself. So it is really fun for me to hear kind of their experience, like coming from where they were to what they've like learnt and done. And I know some of that obviously because we've been working together over the past time, but just seeing, their kind of different takes and what they've liked and how they've experienced it. So maybe one of you can like start by sharing, how you got started.
Yep, I can go first. I found Chanel via Pilates, Rejuvenate Pilates, and was interested in. I was just looking for something like you know, was told I had Hashimoto's and I couldn't shift weight, and I was always, I was walking and I was Pilating and I was yogaing and I was doing all those things, but I just felt that I'd been led down so many garden paths of different ways to eat that I didn't know, or I just nothing stuck. I was never an unhealthy sort of eater anyway. Like I loved cooking, so that was probably something that was easy for me. And I first of all just dived in because Chanel didn't have a program up and running like at the time. I just started following on Instagram and joined your library and started using your recipes and went, oh, I really like this. And I just loved like your format really and what you were offering. So, and yeah, then I just went, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. Like, yep, join the protein challenge. And then the Thrive came out and I was like, yep, I'm all in. I'm going to have a proper crack. I guess at the time though, the exercise side of things wasn't on offer, and geez, I love it. I just love it. That little add-on was amazing. I think it's probably helped like change the look of my body. Weight wise wasn't dramatic change, size wise, like when I'd measure I'd lost a bit. But yeah, eating amazing food, feel like I'm getting good balance, feel great. I'm just stoked. And it's changed things for the family as well, because everybody sort of has joined in. So big advocate for it. Jump on board, commit, do all the things.
So did have the family enjoy the recipes as well?
Oh yeah, I've got to fight people off. Like, no, that's mine. So, and my husband even said the other day, all right, I'm going to get on board and I'll start, doing some cooking as well, because I've just taken it. Like I just everything. I do it all. So I was
So
like,
that's great that the family have got the benefit as well. I think
yeah.
that's so cool.
Well, I've got, the boys play football and they're quite active. Protein's a requirement. And that'd be another thing, like all the little additional supplement type things that I'm taking, and creatine, and yeah, just I never thought I'd really get here.
That's
So
great.
yeah, stoked. Thank you.
So good. And how about you, Shannon?
Yeah, funnily enough, I went to a sauna for the very first time, and they said, "Oh, you can listen to a podcast." And I said, "I actually don't know what that is." So the young girl said, "Anything that you're interested in, you can actually find." So I said, "Change of body of menopause," and you were the first one that came up. And I thought, wow. So I went to the sauna every week, and then I just found out, wow, I don't want to only listen to Chanel while I'm in the sauna. What else is there? So then I was listening to it on the way home, and I'd listening to all of your podcasts in the car, and I thought, wow, this is great. So I searched it up on Instagram, and yeah, same. I found you, and it's the only thing. I've tried many diets. I have to say, I've tried hundreds of diets, and nothing has shifted the belly fat the way that your program has. And I had no idea what a macronutrient was. I had no idea protein. I thought, oh yeah, that's just a bit of meat. I had no idea that you could make protein shakes. It's just taught me so much, and what I can actually do for myself. And honestly, I feel better being 52 years old than I did when I was 35 years old. So, and lifting heavy. Who would have ever thought I'd lift a heavy weight ever? So yeah, I'm really happy.
That's so exciting. That's so fun to hear. Because I guess I should have asked you guys this right at the start, like how we actually connected. And here I am now, after I feel like we're all friends, like because we've spent so long together. It's so fun hearing. Like it's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. And I'm pretty sure, Shannon, your family are getting the benefit of as well.
Absolutely. They love it. My son in particular, he thought that eating healthy was rabbit food, lettuce and a bit of rice and maybe a little bit of meat. But now when I made the butter chicken and I just meal prep, everybody knows, no, we don't go out on a Sunday afternoon because that's my day to meal prep. And honestly, I've never had as organized a fridge and freezer as what I do right now. And it takes like an hour, and that's it. And then I'm set for the week.
That's so good. That's so good.
Absolutely.
Like, that was a massive, like, just where has it been our whole lives?
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
That's so cool. And the funny thing is, as you're talking about that, like we obviously talk on the program and we're talking about meal prepping and that is a behavior that we want to encourage. But it actually saves you money as well, right? So
Yes.
when you organize your food, you're setting yourself up for success, but it actually saves you money because you're not wasting food, you're not buying takeaway, you're not buying crap, you're actually using the food because you get a shopping list, you buy what you need. So not only are you kind of maximizing your health and wellness, but you're actually saving your family money by not buying groceries that then don't get used, like because at the end of the week you haven't cooked with whatever ingredients. So I kind of probably don't talk about that enough, but it is actually it adds up over the year when you're buying food and then not using it or wasting money kind of thing. So Kerry has joined us too from New Zealand.
Hi.
So Kerry, I would love to hear how you came about the program and kind of your experience.
Yeah, well, I found you on Spotify. So I Googled menopause, that sort of thing, and found you that way. And found your links and just started listening, and then you did that protein challenge, and that's where we went from there. So really good. It's definitely reshaped, like I said to you, it's reshaped my body. Haven't lost the weight that I thought I would lose, but I'm getting more consistent in the gym and just prioritizing protein, and I'm sure the rest will come.
Yeah, for sure. And we've kind of talked about this along the way where when we're building muscle, which is a big focus, like on the program, we kind of are trying to reframe, unfortunately, our you know, Gen X's kind of thing, like 40 plus, we have lived through the eat less, exercise more to get body composition goals. And so we actually have, most of us have quite an unhealthy relationship with food. So we're trying to really reframe that, create good, you know, behavior and relationship with food. And instead of looking at losing weight, which we all want to get rid of the belly fat, we actually focus on building muscle. And when we build muscle, that is not only metabolically going to serve us, like, you know, through us living longer, but it changes our body composition, but it takes longer. So like for you, Kerry, you're getting stronger, you're building muscle, and in the process, we call it body compositioning, that you'll be losing body fat at the same time. So this isn't a quick process, but it's a sustained process that gives you the actual results. And then it's the consistency of the habits that we build in the program that then, of course, set you up for success. So like you said, Kerry, just keep going and you'll just keep, you know, getting the results that you want.
And I sort of found perimenopause, I had some digestion issues, so I stopped eating red meat. And now when I think about it, like because I stopped running about 18 months ago, again, more inflammatories, you know, like I started eating meat again. So then I can, you know, more prioritizing protein. And, you know, you wonder why you're not losing weight. And it's because, you know, you're just not doing the right things. So, yeah, it's been good.
And I think that's the whole point of the program, is that it's an education platform. So when we know better, we do better. And in all honesty, you know, like obviously you guys are just a snapshot of the great program that we've just had. But, you know, we come into this not understanding. And I was there too, like, you know, 8 years ago, I didn't know either. I've, you know, obviously been on my own journey, and as a nutritionist, I've learned a lot as well. And so we don't get taught this. We don't get given the kind of skills, education, information that we need so we can get ourselves in the right place. So then we get to this point and we find ourselves, you know, unhappy, often in pain, like for some sort of, you know, aches, pains, joint pains. Our body isn't, you know, like working with us. We've got this extra belly fat. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what foods we're meant to eat because there's so much confusion. When I chatted to kind of the internationals this morning, they were kind of saying, well, this is the problem, is that there's so much conflicting information. And so then we're left in this space where it's like, well, what do we believe? Like, as you know, women out there, it's like, well, what do I do? Like, someone's saying this, someone's saying that, I don't know what, you know. So hopefully over the period of time, the information has been able to give you guys a really solid foundation of what you understand now. And so you understand why you're doing the certain things you're doing. And that helps you make better decisions because you've got some information behind it. Would that be right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. I had no idea what I was doing. And yeah, there is so much information out there, you know, on Instagram and everything. And then you really just have no idea what to believe. But everything that you said just made sense. And I thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I'm just going to give it a go. Never tried intermittent fasting before. Never even dreamed I would do a fast, thinking I can't have anything. How am I going to do that? And now I do it once a fortnight, just on a Sunday religiously. So, and it's so beneficial.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I just think too, like you are bombarded with so much information, and you just got to believe, like, you know, listen, just do what you're being taught to do, just follow it. And yeah, like it is a huge like life change, really. And
Yep.
it's for the best. Like, you know, I obviously menopause side of things, unfortunately, fortunately, I'm not sure, but haven't got there yet. This was more prep work for me, and like, you know, I didn't mind following all of that, but just hearing the results that people have got from it, like you're sleeping and you're not having hot flushes, and like there's something to be said for that.
Yep.
Huge.
It definitely is when you're suffering with it. I can tell you that.
Oh,
Right,
awful.
like and basically you're saying eat this really nice food. Like the only downfall is that you've got to do a bit more cooking, like which we were doing anyway, and it actually lightens the load really, like the prepping.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Louise, because someone will give me an objection along the way, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll be like, well, you're gonna eat anyway. You're gonna. It's not like we just can like not eat. Like we actually have to eat every day. So why not learn to eat the right food that tastes amazing, that you can prepare within 30 minutes, and you're good to go. This is one of my passions, is teaching women that they can actually look forward to eating their food and enjoy it and get their results along the way. And hopefully that has been the experience for you guys, because I look forward to my food. It is, and as you guys hear me say, like it is one of the most, it brings me the most joy in my day, like I really look forward to it. And that should be everyone's journey. We should be excited to eat our food, and that food is giving us energy. It's helping us have a great mood, clear mind, no brain fog, sleep well, like all of that stuff. And that is achievable because you guys are, representations of that.
I think the meal prep, you make time to save time. So, like you can just whip it out of the fridge and it's done, and then you're making better food choices as well. So you're not actually, pulling out something else in a panic because you haven't, you need to have lunch and you're hangry and you need to eat now, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so how did you all enjoy the group format?
Yeah, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was great to be with like-minded women that had the same struggles as me. So it was really good.
And so for those listening in who aren't aware, we have like a weekly Q&A Zoom where, just like this, and this is like normal for us because we normally do it every week. We just jump on a Zoom and you can bring any questions you like. So what happens is everyone learns from everyone else's questions and as we go. So each week we have 2 Zooms, one in the Australasian time zone, one in the international time zone. And this is a great way of everyone learning from everyone else. So it also creates like great unity, but also we have like daily accountability in the Facebook group. And then each week we have like a prize that we give away. And that just is like to help everyone stay on track and like stay connected. So it's great to hear feedback on like whether you enjoyed that part of it as well.
Yeah, and I think too, like Chanel, something I didn't realize before the program, but Chanel will run the meal prepping. Like, so on the Sunday, you'll be shown how to meal prep, run through a recipe, and then you get to have your Zoom and you can ask these silly questions or whatever question really. But I don't know, it's great. I loved it. And I liked getting on the Zooms, whether I had anything to contribute or not. It was just nice hearing how everyone was going and catching up.
Well, what I think is cool is like the different questions everyone brought. I would always, because I learn from you guys as well, like some of the questions that would come out, each week is like, because that's the whole point, is like everyone's at a different place and they think about different things. And so when someone asks something, I'm like, I've never thought of that before, and so that's then as a group, how everyone, like someone else might have been thinking it, but they might have missed getting on the Zoom, so the recordings go out, everyone gets to listen. So it's great to hear that. That's cool. So thank you so much, ladies, for sharing this tonight. I hope that, this helps other women that are maybe in the spots you were in before you joined, maybe make that decision to like, there is something out there that can help me as well. And if there's anything that you would like to add before we wrap it up, then feel free.
Oh, Chanel, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Honestly, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you and everybody in the group. So thank you.
Thanks, Shannon. It's been so fun. You guys have been awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much. The meals are amazing, and it's really, it's a good program to set you up for success.
Thanks so much, Kerry.
Yeah, and same from me. But I feel like we'll be in touch. You know.
100%. I feel like it's like, oh, my new besties, like
Yes.
we get to spend so much time together. I'm like feeling a bit depressed this week that we don't have a normal Zoom call. I've called you all in to have one. So thank you so much for sharing. You're amazing. And I can't wait to see you keep progressing with your results.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.